All right, so President Trump declaring last night that North Korea is starting to respect America. But are they? New signs tonight that the rogue nation is developing more advanced rockets. So with us now is retired Navy Captain Chuck Nash, who's a Fox News military analyst. Captain Nash, always good to see you. Thank you very much for coming on. We haven't talked this much about North Korea lately. It's been 27 days, I believe, since their latest missile launch. So has President Trump won, for lack of a better term, with his tough talk, or are these signs that the North has ordered more warheads a sign that maybe we're just in a pause here?
Well, I think there's a little bit of both going on here, Colin. First off, you have to be aware that what we're seeing on the surface, the ducks swimming down the river, there's a lot more going on underneath the surface that we're not seeing. And I'm sure there are back-channel talks going on with the Chinese and the North Koreans to try to work all this out. So publicly what we're seeing is heightened tensions, heated rhetoric, and then all of a sudden things sort of come to some kind of a pause. And that's where we are right now, that he's ordering more solid rocket motors being built is threatening, that he is continuing work on warhead is of course threatening, and he's building up the industrial capacity with carbon-on-carbon manufacturing capability to really carry through with further development.
So the idea that the North Koreans somehow respect us now, what do you make of that?
Well, I think that's it's something where Kim Jong-un has probably taken the measure of President Donald Trump and realized that he can't really figure him out. He is unpredictable. And what we've needed in our national leadership for some period of time is the unpredictability that keeps the enemy off balance. We've had very predictable leaders on both sides of the aisle. Republican and Democrat presidents have been very forthcoming in what we're going to do, and recently with the Obama administration, what we're not prepared to do. That is invaluable for an enemy or a potential adversary. So this president is keeping everybody off balance.
So what if Kim Jong-un does go forward with some kind of a test? As I said, it's been 27 days, but if now he does test our president once again, given that there's been such a pause, is there a different or more appropriate response rather than what we were talking about there a couple weeks ago? What do you think we should do?
I think people have become numb to the whole testing regime.
Right.
Shooting missiles off into the Sea of Japan does nothing but rile up the Japanese and quite frankly embarrass the United States and the rest of the, quote, world community, because the United Nations has put sanctions and stepped up sanctions just passed in July to try to get him to stop, and he's not doing it. So you got this belligerent little guy over there firing off missiles. If any of those missiles were to head in the direction of Japan or in the direction of Guam, then the United States would be compelled to take action and shoot those missiles down.
For now, we are in this pause, and we're all thankful for that as we look at that distance, something Captain Nash was talking about with this North Korean threat. Always good to see you, sir. Thank you very much for coming on.